just have to say that May is a very hectic month. Very hectic month. It beats out any other month, even around the winter holidays. It totally beats it in the face. Actually, not to use violence as a descriptor, but May really does turn me inside out. And of course, we're at the end of May, May 31st, which is a very special day. And without today, I don't think any of this would have been possible. I have the most deadlines professionally, and personally, I am definitely stretched there. And I think they all just kind of mesh together. So let's start with actually the beginning of May. And what really comes to mind is May the 4th. I didn't go into May the 4th thinking like, okay, I've got this like plan in my head. I mean, Marie did this, I think, spectacular short film on Star Wars Day, and I just kind of did the behind the scenes stuff. But for me, it was important on a personal level and a professional level, but that really just kind of started it off. And I actually should have mentioned before that I always screw up in May, and I mean royally. I do a bad job in May, but not this year. So as we're still in the beginning of May, after May the 4th, then it's Katie's birthday. Obviously a big day, and one that I have really messed up royally in the last several years, but not this year. I think she's totally stoked about her gift. It's a concert that we're heading to, but it's not till September. But that's okay, because I prepared, I got ready for it, and I knew that I just needed to rock it out this year. Oh, that's the house that Katie was actually living in when I first met her. It's not that I forgot about her birthday in the past years, I just didn't really do much. And here's the thing, I'm always told that 364 days out of the year, I'm awesome. And I appreciate that, honey, I really do. But this year, I wanted to be awesome 365 days out of the year. So hopefully that concert is everything that it's supposed to be. Then after Katie's birthday, and my mom, she passed away several years ago, young age, and she actually has a birthday right after Katie's, and that's just one of those things that even though she's still not here, I tend to acknowledge it, I tend to celebrate it, or at least, remember her. Then of course I just realized I forgot my cousin's birthday that's right after my mother's birthday. Emily, you'll be hearing from me, so I guess I need to strike the 365 days of awesome, and now I'm back down to 364. So I did drop the ball there. I'm gonna make it up to you. Then we, of course, can't forget Mother's Day. And again, since my mom's not here physically, she is here in spirit with me, and that is something I still acknowledge her, and of course, Katie. So Mother's Day, a big day. But in Colorado, I always have these grand plans, and I've always done this thing where I want to plant lots of flowers, lots of just stuff in the yard, and I never get to because it either rains or snows. So this Mother's Day, I did a little pre-planning, realized the forecast was still crummy that weekend, so I wasn't going to buy those plants that eventually were going to die in the snow like they did previous years. So fresh cut flowers, card, and just some experiences for Mother's Day that hopefully at least knocked it to the fence. Maybe I didn't knock it out of the park, but she had a good day. Meanwhile, all the things that are happening in May that are really kind of not allowing me to get things done. I shouldn't say not allowing, but I feel that way. It's the soccer. And kids, we love the soccer. We love watching you play, but it's getting toward the end of the season. So there are all these tournaments that are happening, and we're traveling like a ton, and we're split, and there's like multiple games at conflicting times. And that's really like kind of what puts a wrench in the plan is all this soccer. But again, boys love it. We wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just using it as a poor excuse because that's what my excuse was like every year. Not this year. This is also, of course, the month that school ends for the boys. And you would think like, oh yeah, we're going to be coasting. But no, there's like all these events. There's like field day, field trips, there's concerts, there's class parties, tea parties. Yes, tea parties. There's like author's tea. There's like high tea. There's like silent tea. Or is it a silent H before the T? There's iced tea.
Yo, it's time for me to pump up the volume.
There's just so much going on in school that we get invited to in the middle of the day, and you just can't make it all. But we do make it to the very last day of school, which they typically transition to the next grade, and Declan actually graduated from elementary school. So super proud of that, and couldn't miss it for the world. Did I mention soccer tournaments and soccer season still happening? Yeah, that keeps going. So there's still more of that. more games, more travel, and that is like literally you loving the games, boys, but it's all consuming. Then, as the season starts to end, you have these pre-placement camps and then tryouts for the following season. So literally, the games end like on a Saturday or Sunday, and then on a Monday, you're actually trying out for the following year, which pretty much starts in a month. Oh, and then we literally had something snap pretty much in the middle toward the end of the month. Like, when I say snap, yeah, that happened. So Declan was invited to this soccer tournament that was out of town, which we had made reservations for, that we had prepaid for to be there. And yeah, fortunately, thank you so much. I'll have to actually link up that hotel. They refunded our money, and he didn't get to play in the tournament. Unfortunately, the team lost. But I don't think it's just because he wasn't there, although, I don't know, maybe he was. No, not really. He's doing really well, though. I mean, he's been a real champ. And that whole process took us an entire week to deal with insurance companies and referrals and having to return calls, having to make calls, having to just kind of manage his whole thing, because there was going to be surgery, then there wasn't going to be surgery. It was nuts. And so I pretty much lost an entire week of work. Both Katie and I did because of this situation. However, Declan, we love you to pieces. You're totally worth it. So don't worry about it, buddy. You're rocking it out, man. And then it's not just the ladies in my life that have all of these celebrations in May. Liam, again, happy birthday, buddy. It was an amazing day. And I'll tell you what, folks, the boy's birthday is in May, and we have literally celebrated his birthday like in September, like where we've gotten people together and celebrated months and months later. Not this year, though. We were on it with the presents, on it with the cake. We didn't do anything like totally amazing, although Katie and I did actually take him to see the Avengers movie. Had a blast, and we'll probably do something a little bit more this summer, but at the very least, I think it was much better than in years past. So I did mention that soccer ended yesterday, right? Did I also mention that baseball starts today? Well, I've got to do that, and what I mean by that is I have to actually go get some equipment and cleats for the boys. Small detail that I shouldn't have left out, I'm actually coaching baseball. And it's the end of the month. Pretty much the best day, but to recap, I have to say it has been an amazing month. Professionally, Glass and Sparrow, my business partner Marie and I, Glass and Sparrow is going to soar. So, hey, bird, foot soar. Anyway, it's gonna be amazing, and I really appreciate what has happened this month, even though we have been at the razor's edge of sanity when it comes to getting things done. However, May 31st, the end of the month, not because it's the end of the month and we're heading into June, but May 31st, I think, is the reason why most of this has happened. I am definitely a self-motivated, driven, love the hustle, love the build, love the scale. I just have a passion for things. But I'll tell you what, I have more passion being in the driver's seat, but having the fuel, the wind at my back because of my life partner. Katie and I are celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary, and May 31st is very special for that. It's a great way to close out the month, and hopefully I didn't mess anything up. I'm pretty good with the anniversary stuff for the most part, and for the viewers, nope, this is not some high-end takeout box. No, Angie Star, this is the packaging. I have to say, Angie Star has been around since the beginning. So 15 years ago, I got my husband gift to the wife, or fiance to the future wife, Anyway, I got her wedding gift at Angie Star 15 years ago, and I continue to go back year after year for special occasions. I love that place. I love supporting that business. I love supporting the artists. And so thank you so much, Angie Star, for continuing to be there for us so that I do not mess up our anniversary. And you have a great return policy, because I don't always pick out the perfect thing. I guess it's a thought that counts, but anyway, she gets what she wants either way. So I just want to thank you, the viewers out there, for sticking with me on this one, for tuning in, and for just kind of following my life. And I'd love to know what's going on in your life. Comment below. And if you found this video entertaining or you like it, be sure to like that button like it's my anniversary. And be sure to subscribe to stay tuned for what's to come. Keep rocking faces, do things that matter, be kind, and we'll catch you on the next one.